Greetings and salutations, my friends. Welcome to the team guide of the Liverpool B team, aka Southampton. They've got a couple of good players. Some of these guys I've never heard of, got to be honest. But, you know, their famed youth system, which we'll take a look at and stuff, that's produced so many good players that have obviously gone on to bigger and better things and stuff. They're running the well dry a little bit. We're going to have a look at it. Obviously, it's very much what Southampton do. Sign young players, develop young players, attacking, possession, entertaining. They're quite demanding. Sign young players. Do not sign players over the age of 28. Normally, that's a 30 rule. So they don't want to sign players over the age of 28. And 28 is considered the peak of a player. So it's quite random that they're not even wanting, like, peak players. No, he's 29. Past it. What do they expect us to achieve? They also want us to maintain the Premier League's best youth system and the best youth system in the country. They want to avoid relegation, which is fair enough. I think they're at that stage, definitely. I was wondering if they were going to sort of go, oh, no, mid-table. I was like, no, come on. But then become an established, I would argue they're already established Premier League teams. What that means is don't be in a relegation fight. And then top half, and then top half, then top half. So they do expect a decent amount of progression after, like, we're 2 years in from surviving relegation, top half finish 2 years later. Can be quite tricky. But let's have a look at the team. So we've got a bunch of players out on loan, so ignore the pinky dudes. We have goalkeepers. We've got Angus the Gun. And also we have McCarthy, they're both okay. We've got, there's very much of a muchness, Yoshida, Vestergaard, both decent centre-backs. We've got, come on over, Valerie. You're welcome. 5-star potential, yes. Wonder Kid. Whoop, whoop. Didn't come through this. Oh, he did. See, I've never heard of this guy. I've heard of him now, but not as a Southampton player. I'd just assumed they bought him. He's a prospect, so assume Liverpool will be interested in him maybe end of first season. But actually, very good player. Is actually one of the few really good prospects at this time. We've got Bednarek, who's a solid centre-back, ball-playing centre-back as well. We've got Cedric as a decent backup. We've got left-backs, Ryan Bertrand, who's a good player, one of the best at the club, but 29 years old. What are his physicals like? Still good. We're still good for another couple of seasons. At least they're not saying that, you know, like, is it Chelsea that have the rule that you're only allowed to offer 1-year deals to players over 30? They don't have that in place. So if you can't sign oldies, but you can keep the ones you got. We've got Holberg, who's a very good central midfielder. So we've got some decent player. They kept hold of Ward-Prowse. They kept hold of one of their good young players, who's a solid player and a good set piece taker. Always really important to have at least one guy that can good at free kicks, because you do bang a few good free kicks in. Going forward, we've got one other good guy that I want to look at, and this guy is Musa Genipo. Definitely didn't come. Wow, they bought him for 61 grand. Nice. 10 million quid's worth, and actually is a decent prospect. So what would you play him as, though? He's right-footed, so we're talking right winger, inverted winger. Not really an inside forward, because his finishing is dog shit. Crap in the air as well. So definitely not somebody you want right at the pointy end of your tactic, but somebody who's very good pacey. I'll probably just use him as a winger, I think. His passing's pretty decent as well, so winger support would probably be my ideal for him, but he needs to get game time. We've got Nathan Redmond, one of the better players at the club. Can play as an inside forward, play him as a striker, play him as a number 10, pretty damn decent. And then up front, we've got Shane Long, not known for his goal-scoring ability, but pops up with the odd one, and he's pretty pacey. We've got Danny Ings, who's, just brilliant until his legs falls off, but is a very good all-rounder, good professional, 26 years old. And Chi Adams, who's the new guy. Yeah, they paid 15 million quid for him. Yeah, okay. I'll take that. Advance forward, decent enough pace. Composure's good, first touch in there. Finishing's decent. Okay, he's not too bad. Right, let's have a look at this famed youth system then. We've got Kane Ramsey. Obviously, we've got a lot of wanted. They're loan listed, so you might want to go through that, make sure everybody's settled. It's not always a better idea to loan people out, especially 17, 18-year-olds. A lot of the time, I prefer to have them. Like, he's got a 17 determination, but if he was struggling a little bit, I'd have him in the senior squad and giving mentoring and stuff like that, rather than just chucking out everybody on loan. But he's a decent prospect. We've got Will Ferry, good young winger. So that's nice. Anybody in the under 18s? No. It tends to be that anybody that's half decent, by default, anybody that's half decent as a 17-year-old gets straight into the under 23s, which makes sense. But it's okay. There's also quite a lot of players here that are out on loan that aren't ever going to really make it. But decent amount of money. We might be able to make some cash. We have 25 million to spend and 150 grand on wages. So we can do a bit of damage in the old transfer market. Goalkeeper might well be on the cards. A goalkeeper... Happy with the right backs because of Bertrand at left back. So I'm happy with the left back. Central midfield, I like Holberg. We've got Romeo as well. We've got Ward-Prowse. I like the strikers. I don't think it's... Why are we loaning this guy out? So we played 19 million quid and then you just loaned him to Spain for the last 2 seasons. Yeah, that makes sense. Shane Long. Nah. Yeah, look. Composure 10, first touch 10, finishing 11. That's shocking. Just get rid. 32 years old. Get 60 grand a week. Get rid. Absolute get rid of Shane Long. We've got Danny Ings. We've got Chi Adams. Can we... Any chance we can... No. Okay, just wanted to know if we could recall him. So 1 up top's fine. 2 up top's okay. We've got Redmond who can do a job there and a couple of others. We've got Obafemi who's another 4.5-star potential. First touch. Whoa, is that ever going to be very good? Work hard, you might get that to 10. He's 18, maybe not even that. But he's got a cap for Ireland. Mind you, I could get a cap for Ireland. Northern Ireland, because that's where I live. Hang on, dog hair. So not a bad all-round team. Lacking, there's a couple of very good youngsters, but lacking what Southampton are made up of. But obviously, if you're going to do a long-term save with Southampton, what you're relying on is those youth intakes. We've got good academy coaching, excellent youth, superb youth training facilities, and superb training facilities. So it's all good there. Smallest stadium, which we might want to look at in a long-term save fixing. Staff-wise, pretty small coaching staff and not very good as well. So this might need a little bit of a rebuild. We've got a little bit of space here, but we're 8 of 8 scouts, so we might need to get rid of a couple of the crappies. I don't know why we need 6 data analysts. The physio department seems very meh. It's full. We go to dynamics. Dressing room atmosphere is not great. Shane Long, Ward-Prowse and Bertrand. We know that we're definitely going to keep Ward-Prowse and Bertrand, so that's fine. We've got Shane Long can hook off. But that's good. We're not going to be without a team leader. So, yeah, I think I'd be looking at signing a decent goalkeeper and another striker if I'm playing 2 up top, because I'm probably getting rid of a 1 or 2. We've got fullbacks, and obviously keeping hold of this kid's going to be very important because he's going to be an absolute beast. He's 20, on the older side, but there's no real weaknesses off the ball, I guess, is his real weakness if we're bombing him on. Obviously, flair is okay, but you can't expect high flair on fullbacks, to be honest. Driven personality, which is nice. Determination's epic. What's his leadership like just for future? Okay, he's not leading. He's French, and he's just going to retreat. Right, there we go, my friends. Just a bit of mild Frenchism at the end there. Thank you very much for watching. Let me know if you're a Southampton fan or you're doing a Southampton save. I'm sure that it will be a relatively popular one, this, because of their solid youth system. It's kind of like Crew, but a step up, really. So let us know what tips and tricks and tactics that you use, signings you've made in the comments below. Get involved with the conversation. Thank you very much for watching.